Hello and welcome back to another episode of Wrong Ones podcast. I'm Dinesh Sagi, joined by Punk and Amar. Jens, how are we?
All good, all
Yeah, good
good.
man.
Yep. Let's jump straight into the thick of things. Obviously, DC hosted a MI in Delhi as their first home game, and what a quick turnaround for a MI. Obviously, after losing two close games, they bounced back and they were able to defend 205 against a strong DC lineup. Firstly, let me start with the brain freeze, I would say, that Ashutosh Sharma had when he tried to get a second run of Bumrah's over just to be on strike, even though he had someone like Mitchell Stark on the other end. I think that's
Yeah,
sort of started the
that
collapse for
that is
DC.
an
Yeah.
absolute brain freeze. Yeah, I mean Mitchell Stark has long levers and he's
Hmm.
known to hit sixes. Um, I don't know why um, Ashutosh thought that he's the guy who needs to do it on his own. But yeah, that's he will be thinking. I hope he will be thinking
I,
that
I
he
think
shouldn't have done
like
that.
just to before that brain freeze happened, right? The first ball, it was a clear single, yeah.
Hmm.
But then he did not take it, and then I don't know. Stark should have gone because he's a senior player, right? He could have told Ashutosh I'm capable enough to go and hit, right? I don't know what went. They didn't have, and then he hit that 4 and 6, right? And maybe that gave him a bit of a confidence that okay, if I'm on the other side, at least I can finish this game. So it can be a brain freeze, but it's also like that guy is pure on confidence, right? He won them the game, against LSG, right? And
Hmm.
with Bumrah, there is always an opportunity of him taking 3 wickets in 3 balls because of how good the bowler is. So as a pure batsman, right? If it was not Bumrah, it was if somebody else, then he might have not taken that risk. But again, it's margins, small margins, right? And then that's what has happened. But like actually, it's
Obviously.
not supposed to who actually lost them the game. It is KL Rahul and it's them who actually lost the game. It was not. Ashutosh came really after all that, uh, you know, stupid batting with what happened in between.
Hmm.
Uh, they actually made it difficult for them to chase it, right?
Yeah, I mean the
Or this
blame could be
this position.
KL Rahul's, but these guys were there and thereabout. Like it's like okay, you'd have taken one run or refused one run, then you would have made a difference. But like you say, yeah, you're right. They are in that position
Stubbs,
because
Akshar, KL Rahul, these guys
yeah,
are the
KL
guys to
Rahul.
be blamed
These
for.
guys should have
Like Stubbs,
scored more
when
runs.
Stubbs went out, uh,
Agreed, right? Obviously, the middle order sort of collapsed, but they still had the opportunity to Amar's point. All they had to get is 12 runs. And then the last delivery of the Bumrah's over, I'm not sure why Mohit Sharma thought he should take the single and go back
Six,
on
yeah,
strike on the next over. What was he
yeah,
thinking? You have Mitchell Stark on the other end. Okay, first instance, okay, I'd agree. Like, Ashutosh Sharma
yeah.
is a batsman. He thought, I'm better, equipped to take on Bumrah. But then Mohit Sharma, what was he thinking? And why did Mitchell Stark not stop him and say no?
This is the problem. My question is Stark did not stop Ashutosh,
Yeah.
and Stark did not stop,
Mohit.
Mohit Sharma,
Mohit.
right? You see, this is where like the brain freeze is not on the Indian guys, right? It is he has played international cricket, like thousands of wickets across all the formats, yeah, and he's not like a muck with the bat, yeah.
Hmm.
He should have gone ahead and told them, guys, listen, it's a free hit, for example, if it was an eighth or wicket, right? And I'll try to take it because
Try and score a
the game is
boundary
a balance
or
on that. Yeah,
just block it.
you
Yeah.
just stay there, block it, and that's it. I'll try to take the last over because Bumrah won't come. 12 runs. It's
Could be
one or
Bolt
two hits,
or
and then
Pandya.
you're.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I
So
agree. Stark should have
it was like
advised them.
Yeah.
crazy, and Delhi often, right, in the entire history, if you
Hmm.
see, they have lost these matches.
Yeah.
They have buckled up, made a mess of it. A number of instances. This is not like one off, yeah.
Hmm.
Punjab and these guys, yeah,
Hmm.
they're the two teams, and they have not won, the trophy. because both the teams, I'm like talking about Punjab and
A lot of brain
Delhi,
freezes, you
right?
mean?
Mhm.
And it's not in one in season. Across seasons, they have done it.
Yeah.
I can remember a number of instances they have done this. You know, this was an easy game to win. And they like with KL Rahul there, stops getting out. Okay, KL, it
Mhm.
was just like singles. Like Karun had played one of the best innings of this IPL. Believe me, Bumrah has not been hit in the last 4 years for two sixes. Yeah, in an over.
Yeah.
You can imagine Karuna was in that form.
Yeah.
It and these guys, I don't know, but I'm so happy for Karun Nair, like, and before the season, right, we wanted him to, uh, come into the Indian team, right?
Mhm.
He's just 6 months older to KL Rahul,
Mhm.
and I was just looking, slightly let's divert in Karun Nair because very
Of course.
important
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
people to know.
Mhm.
He scored at 300 runs, the only second Indian cricketer, and then he scored like 20 odd runs, 29 runs, three test matches he's played, three to
Mhm.
four test matches, and he was dropped.
Yeah.
And look at you look at Gill, look at KL Rahul, look at Kohli for that instance, Rohit, okay, they have got a number of chances. And this I'm talking about like 5 years, 6 years, this guy
Yeah,
was,
without doubt.
you know, what injustice has been done to this guy.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Rohit Sharma more
Right.
than Kohli.
One,
Rohit Sharma got
yeah.
a lot of chances early on.
Oh, yeah,
Mhm.
and like I'm talking about like that phase, Kohli did okay. Kohli because of he has performed right. This guy after scoring the 300, he gets another two or three test matches, and in that like he's not going out on single one duck, but then in 26, 29 runs, so he's thereabout.
Yeah.
Anybody who's scored 300 runs, the only two players who have done it
Yes.
would have got a longer rope. That means he has the capability. That means
Mhm.
you know
Can play
there's a
the long
good chance
innings.
that
Yeah.
yeah he should
Mhm.
have at least got 10 test matches, right?
Mhm.
Believe me, if there was a good captain there and a good, if he had like a PR agency, how KL and all these guys have,
Mhm.
he would have definitely got that longer rope. I'm so happy for him,
Yeah.
and people are talking about that 300 now,
Mhm.
and those things are coming back, and people are telling what the hell has happened, and they're comparing with Gills and all these guys who have played test matches, right,
Mhm.
and who got a longer rope, who have done pathetic for like 5 6 test matches,
Yeah.
and getting that this thing. And this is my frustration with how the PRs and things work for some of the really worst performing guys in test matches.
Mhm.
So and then like I definitely put that tweet out, right, which
Yeah.
in our group you saw seen that, right, and it's been shared now a lot as well.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. It's like sometimes they say that like sometimes you crave for something and you ask that one chance. He's got that one chance,
Mhm.
and what a player! 9 centuries in domestic. Nobody has done that, right? Even Sachin like then had to like retweet and
Mhm.
and man, and he comes back after 5 6 years in IPL, and then he that one performance. He's
Mhm.
shown what a classy player he was. I was like praying on my personal thing when the auction was going. I was praying that CSK would have picked him up.
Yeah.
It would have been like what a redemption if he would have been in the CSK team, right? Because
Mhm.
they do give opportunities to such players,
Yeah.
who actually are down and out, and they get an opportunity to come back and show. So, but yeah, just wanted to talk about Karun Rayal. I'm very bad. Like I feel bad. This was innings which he should have won. That
Mhm.
and he played in a way that he made it so easy for the other batsmen. And they literally pathetic. This is like pathetic of the KL Rahuls, Stubbs, and all these guys. Not even think about winning the match. They could have easily won it. It was a walk. This like 6 runs, 7 runs was just needed right from
Yeah.
there, and then they lost this match. So I feel really bad. And just one more thing to add, when the guys asked Karun Nair about his innings,
Mhm.
he did tell that, I don't want to talk about it. We never won this match.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
it's a waste.
That's what it means to him, right? Obviously he
Yeah.
made that contribution and he wants to win. Or, when he came back, and yeah, like you said, it's unfortunate that he hasn't had a long rope in the Test cricket, and then he was out for like 5 6 years. Uh, also for someone who followed him closely, like I did when he was scoring all those tons of runs in uh, the Ranji Trophy. He even switched from his current well, his past Bangalore Ranji team to Vidarbha, I think,
Yes.
and then he scored all those back to back 700s, and then he went to county cricket in England, scored some runs there, and then eventually got picked in the in IPL auction for his base price, and then look what he delivered. Like you said, at 220 strike rate. I mean, unless for that, special delivery from Mitch Sattner, I don't know how he managed to do that. He hasn't put a foot wrong.
It
So
was a
yeah, it's
turn,
And like,
wasn't
and
it?
then the thing was, he was tired out. You could he was
yeah,
struggling a
he
bit.
did look like
I saw
he
it
was a
like
little cramped or
he was
something. Yeah,
struggling, cramping like
yeah.
so. But
But
yeah,
like you said,
he,
unfortunate. Hopefully, he gets
and
the right.
there's just to add one more thing. Apart from this, there's another player who has been wronged.
Mm-hmm.
Would like to name that is Hanuman Vihari
Bihari, yes.
from Andhra.
Mm-hmm.
He was wronged as well, right? That guy in that VGT series
Yeah,
2021 with a broken arm, he played like with
yeah. He
hamstring, and
batted
after that, he never got a chance.
day. Yeah, mm-hmm.
And he never
Yeah,
got a chance. And he could bowl, and he's a good batsman,
yeah,
right? And just to give you that how good players have been wronged out from the Indian Test team.
yeah. It's unfortunate. Like you said, either you need a good PR company, or at least need someone like Raidu to back you. I can't see a way
Marry a
around.
Bollywood star,
Yeah, that's another
Yeah.
option, but that's the difficult one, Punky. You're pushing the limits now. But marrying a Bollywood star nowadays is very difficult. You have to be an influencer
They're
on
craving for that.
Insta.
No, nowadays is for the Bollywood star to be popular, they have to marry a cricketer.
Cricketer is the opposite way. You see,
Oh
you're right,
wow,
Amar.
see. On that note, Amar, your take on Karun Nair?
Absolute beautiful innings, isn't it? It looks that a player who has always been around, looking at the innings that he has been batting for years in front of and he never stopped. But the reality of the matter is, he has been batting, but he has been batting behind the scenes. It looks like, yeah, of course, like, I can't top what Punk talked about Karun Nair, because that is the ultimate truth. But what is also the truth is the way he batted, the crisp shots, the timing, just magical. And it never looked like he batted in anger, although he would have. But
Hmm.
those shots were really classy shots. And 89 of 40 balls,
Hmm.
with a strike rate of 222.
Yeah.
You would never imagine that a player who relies on timing, can give that. But this is what Karun Nair is. And now at least he has got his chance. I hope they play him in all of the rest of his matches,
Hmm.
and we get to see more of him. And through this, maybe he, fingers crossed, will get a chance in India side as well now. But yeah, what a story! And what has been wronged should be corrected now.
Absolutely. Hopefully, they do consider him in the Delhi squad going forward. I think there's an
And
opportunity there because
he's still got like 4 years of good cricket left in him.
I'm sure, yeah, he can play if maintains fitness. He can even go to 40. You never know these days. Yeah, but on the flip side, I'm just wondering for DC, right? JFK, Fraser McGurk, so much promise last season, and he just couldn't get going at all this season. So there was something on the socials that I've noticed the other day. So apparently, there's a chat around best golfers and the swing, and then in the Australian media and stuff, and obviously socials, and someone actually rated his swing right up there to be a golfer rather than a cricketer. And then apparently someone posted saying in his swing is 0.01, like 0.01, whatever that is. And all of
Mhm.
a sudden someone mentioned, and this is something I picked up on one of the other podcasts as well. And apparently someone tweeted saying, that's like his average this season in IPL cricket. Feel for the guy. He's
Yeah, exactly.
2021, and
But
things
yeah,
just
I think so. DC should drop him and put like now because Karun Nair is going to play like don't play him as an impact sub. Like if he was going to play in the team itself, right?
mhm.
Then I would put
Maybe
Duplessis
Faf to open.
to
Yeah,
open,
when he's
Faf
fit.
to open,
Yeah.
And then we have Karun Nair to play just Rahul, or just maybe at number
Yeah,
three,
and
wherever.
Porel is doing as
Yeah,
well as well. So
as Purell can open, he opened and he is doing well. So Purell, right left combination as well. It's good for
Mhm.
the team.
Yeah.
So that way they will have a much better, And
Mhm.
Karunal being Karunal, and then the impact sub is Samir Rizvi,
Mhm.
who can tonk you for a few sixes here and there, right?
Yeah.
The other option they could look as, to see if they can, if they want to strengthen their bowling,
Mhm.
then instead of Mukesh Kumar or instead of Mohit Sharma, either of them, they could bring a Chamira.
Mhm.
He is a good bowler as well,
Yeah.
and drop the opener from top because Karun Nair is there. Then KL can open the batting with Parel,
Mhm.
and Karun can be your number three batsman, which he came as, right? And then Samir Rizvi could be their impact sub. So that is one option, right, for them to look around. So you can just bring in a foreigner for Mukesh Kumar if is,
Mhm.
or for Mohit Sharma or Chamira.
Yeah.
So they have a good combination of to play around with. So I'm not worried about Fraser McCullough because you have Duplessis, right?
Yeah.
If not, then just look at strengthening your bowling with
Mhm.
another foreign player
Yeah.
like a Chamira. So
Talking about impact, what impact did both the spinners make for MI? Satner, who came in as an impact sub, picked 2 wickets, even though he considered a few more runs than Karan Sharma, but Karan Sharma 3 for 36. They sort of broke that middle order and actually brought MI back in the game before obviously TC batsmen, the lower order, had other plans to not give them more wickets, so they chose to get run out. But yeah, so Karan Sharma especially,
yeah,
4 overs, 3 for 36, and
Karan
he's one of
Sharma,
those
isn't it? Yeah.
players who's been around for so long, and then obviously he's still contributing, which is a
Still
nice.
contributing, and it shows in he's an experienced customer in IPL,
Hmm.
and that showed by the confidence he had been shown by Pandya.
Yeah.
So and you could see that after he took those wickets,
Hmm.
Pandya was like, okay, yeah, I've picked the right, I've put money on the right horse, kind of thing. So.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, amazing. He's the knack of. At times he goes for runs as well, but he takes wickets in those crucial moments as well, and lower down the order, especially these batsmen were not able to kind of play him. So yeah, I mean, this season, I mean, in the other team as well, Nigam and then Kuldeep Yadav and. Karan Sharma, and other spinners are like Putur. So they're doing really well this time.
Hmm. Anything you want to add on Karan Sharma?
yeah, like see that he bowled really well, right? But then again, the batsman, right? It was more of like the batting team fault to give him those wickets. Those balls were not to hit. It's like like this is a problem with some of the teams, right? They think like we have to go on scoring, like they're
Hmm.
not looking at taking the game deep as well,
Yeah.
right? Sometimes you have to play percentage shots, right? You
Hmm.
if you didn't, if KL would have just stayed, right, not he would have taken single. He was already. It was not like he was struggling. He was on 15 runs or
Yeah.
12 balls.
Hmm.
He could have just like played around and then waited for the faster bowlers. Right? It would have been easier for them.
Hmm.
Because see, the thing is, you look at the other side as well. Kuldeep Yadav,
Hmm.
Vipraj Nigam, all these guys, they bowled really well. So
Yeah.
it was getting. It was not easy to hit spin. You see,
Hmm.
the faster bowlers, like even like Bumrah, when he opened, like he got smacked as well. Uh, so it was not easy for spin hitting. So sometimes you do have to understand, to take the game deep. Just let the spinners be. You're in a good score. You don't have to worry about 7 runs, 8 runs, and that's it. It was just easy for them. They could have just strolled in the garden and got these runs.
Yeah.
But I understand Stubbs. Okay, he
Hmm.
took that risk, and then with Stubbs going, it was KL Rahul. Being the eldest and senior most batsman, KL
Hmm.
Rahul should seen off getting those, till the end of the innings. And any new batsman who coming, they should try to hit.
Risk. Okay.
See,
Yeah.
so but
It was a
Karan,
high risk
he,
shot as well. That
Hmm.
one,
yeah,
he
very high
played a
risk.
square. Yeah,
Absolutely,
you
it one of
play a
the
sweep
worst
to a
shots
leg.
ever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
So it was
Talk.
not like, and the thing is with Karan, right? He has got the knack of picking wickets, right? Because
Yeah.
uh, he does the loopy ones and all that, right?
Hmm.
And that's why those catches come in. So the percentage shots you have to understand. So, but yeah, brilliant bowling for him and good change actually
Yeah.
from the captain as well. So
Talking about high risk cricket, it came off really well for some of the MI batsmen, like Surya Kumar Yadav, most importantly Tilak Verma and Amandir. That's one hell of a partnership, right? Tilak Verma 59 of 33 deliveries, and then Amandir 38 of 17. He was the difference towards the end to help MI push at 205.
yeah, and
Yeah,
that
and
was
then
again difference actually.
Yeah,
yeah, and
especially
the
Tilak
previous
Verma.
match as well. I mean,
Mhm.
we have seen that Ryan Rickertel initially, when the season started, he was not making runs, but now he's, after that previous innings, he's making runs. He's continuing with that, and then same goes with Surya Kumar Yadav as well. So he's also into runs, and these guys once they start, they don't look to stop. So. And what to talk about Tilak Verma? He's the guy who has been in my opinion, who has been the most important batsman in the Mumbai lineup, and he has to bat at number 3 or 4. Of course, they go on with Surya Kumar Yadav as a dedicated number 3, but Tilak Verma as well. Very well suited for even number 4 as well, because Surya Kumar Yadav is now making runs. He's the guy who takes to the attack, and in this one particular match he scored at 142 strike rate, but he can easily push that up. And also, don't see Surya Kumar hanging around for too long. And Tilak Verma the same, and I've been talking about Puran as well in and what Tilak Verma is, how he is similar to Puran. So yeah, in most of the matches you will see him making runs. So what is good for Mumbai is number 2, 3, 4, even 5 making runs consistently. But again, the problem here is the start with Rohit Sharma. He is not making runs, and that is hurting Mumbai really badly.
Yeah.
Once if if your opener is making runs,
Mhm.
if Rohit Sharma or any other guy, if Rohit Sharma is you know replaced or whatever, and then Mumbai will be a very very difficult team to deal with.
Yeah. For a second, I thought you forgot about number one, but then good, you came back and spoke about him. So, what does Rohit do here? Do you think he should just sit out a couple of games and just come back, or because it's a lean patch, not just in the IPL, right? It's sort of carried on for a bit, the Test games, ODIs, hit and run,
even the
especially the
Champions
bilateral
Trophy also,
series and
like
Champions Trophy hasn't really contributed much. I mean, we know what he's capable of, but something's not coming together for him.
give him the
Uh,
captainship, man.
hmm. I
Make
mean,
him
he
the
won the
captain.
Champions Trophy.
You see, Dhoni became the captain and he's got me the wins.
Is that what you think? Maybe give him
It
the
just motivates you to play a bit sensible.
yeah.
But yeah, jokes apart. So I like, he's having the best time of his life, getting 16 crores, coming for like one, like before he was not even fielding. He's just coming batting for 2 overs, 3 overs, saying hello. And then and the PR agency is like, he's talking, do this, that, some signaling, and the PR agency is all showing, oh, he's telling that guy to send a bowler there and all that. Like, so the PR is working machines all behind very well. What else you need?
And
You
jokes
know?
as well,
And
and
then
the
then
reels,
people are
yeah.
shouting to the Ambanis at the airport that make Rohit Sharma the captain, so the entire world is like behind with him, and what else you need? So, and there's nothing like, how Dhoni is getting the flack. Yeah, nobody's giving a flack to Rohit at all.
Yeah, no one
You
is talking
see,
about
so
that
what else you
Mumbai.
want
Yeah,
from your life, man?
yeah,
You
exactly.
know, so
Yeah, I
everything is
mean,
working for you. Everybody's talking. He's the shadow captain. Behind, like, somewhere behind he's telling to do this, and like, the entire field is getting changed. So it's awesome.
I mean, in
yeah, brilliant,
hindsight,
isn't
him and
Yeah,
Raidu are the only players who have 6 championships in IPL
yeah.
championship.
What else, man?
what else?
But
Greatness.
the only thing, I hope Rohit
Yeah,
realizes he's missing out on the performance bonuses, right? Obviously, you get your paycheck,
yeah.
but you don't get the bonus until you deliver. You probably miss
No,
out
you
on
get
that.
match fees as well, right?
Yeah.
You get match fees for playing
No,
those
not
two
not not in
overs.
IPL there.
And no, you
IPL you
get
don't
match
get any
fees.
of that. No, IPL you just get everything goes to the franchise. You only get your contract money.
No, no, no. In IPL, the players, there's a match fee there. It has been increased for each player. So if the 12 players
What?
are
Just
playing,
for taking part
yeah, yeah, for
on top of the
each,
20 crores, whatever they get?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So if even if you're 50
Bring them
lakhs,
forward.
this thing, no, definitely. I can send you on this thing. It was
Yeah, please do.
last
Yeah.
year. What's his name? Shah. He
Hmm.
put it out. So like even if you're a 20 lakh players, right? So
Hmm.
you apart from that, if you're playing in the match, then
Hmm.
there's per match you get a good amount of money. I think it's 10 lakhs or something. It is. I need to find out how much the money was. I'll let you know. It's a good amount of money to play in IPL, and that match fees goes towards you. And that's why your match fees get if you're slow
That's
bowling
a pretty
over rate
good gig
and
for the impact sub then.
I was about to say
yeah,
impacts up, and some of those injured players who couldn't
yeah,
even
yeah, yeah.
stand, they're still dragging themselves to the pitch somehow and just saying, "I'll just stand here for like a minute
What else,
and make it count."
So apart from your this thing, you also get match fees.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, I mean, a
So
fair
only the
play. No?
12
They
players will
deserve
get it.
Yeah.
everything they want.
I'm
Yeah,
just wondering if any of the offices have these impact sub policies. I'll be happy to work for that company.
I'm
We'll
sure
talk
they
to
are.
Anil and find out one.
Yeah, just show up, like log in for like 10 minutes, and then you say thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Impact sub coming up.
That's an impact.
After the first 10 minutes, we figured you know nothing. You don't deserve to be in this seat. Take your paycheck and leave for the day. But yeah, on
But
a
yeah,
serious note,
jokes apart,
yeah,
Rohit needs to fire man,
he needs to fire
or
and
he'll get
obviously,
fired next year. That's his end of his season.
And
Like
then he
and
will
like
then we will see him
and
coming back to
and
form.
if
he'll
the
probably come
only
back to
thing
form and
is,
play for another
yeah,
franchise. You never know. He can be the
the
next
challenge what
CSK
happens,
star.
right?
Yeah.
So Rohit in IPL has not
Maybe
done great.
LSG.
Yeah, if you look at Rohit's stats, okay, in IPL, I think so. There's one or two seasons where he scored 400 plus runs
Yes.
in 18 years.
Yeah.
Okay, he has not a great record in IPL. And the matches, like even the IPL they've won, right? They have won because they had a really core. You had
Yeah.
Bumrah and
Absolutely.
you had this guy.
Pollard, Hardik Pandya,
Uh,
Kunal
you see,
Pandya,
they were your core who
Peacock,
won your matches,
Ishan
and I
Kishan.
can I can just remember two IPL finals where
Hmm.
they won just by whisker. One was the
Yeah.
2019,
One is the Malinga
and one
one, and
was
one is the Bumrah one. That's last over or last 19th
yeah.
over. The
So one
Malinga.
was against Rising Pune Giants. They won that, and one was the other one in 2019 that last over
Yeah.
Shardul
Against I
Thakur
think
won. Yeah,
yeah
yeah, yeah, against
CSK.
CSK.
Yeah.
So you know I'm not saying I'm not taking away the trophies away, right? I'm
Mhm.
just talking about like do, behind the trophies there's a stats as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now from 2020 when Bumrah was like Bumrah is the only lone bowler they have like who
Mhm.
has been contributing. Once you see the main guys who have retired from
Mhm.
2019 onwards, Pollard has gone away. He was on the waning side after 2020 when the last IPL this thing 2021 right. Pollard has gone, and you see what's happened to this team. They are struggling even to qualify. You see, so that is where, and it's not like Hardik just came last year. I'm talking about like 22, 22 as well. Yeah, 2 years it was with Rohit, and they were struggling. So because if your core is not that strength, Rohit alone cannot take you there. You have to have a good team as well. Same thing with
We've seen that with
Dhoni and
RCB
everyone.
and
So
other teams as well,
yeah,
right? So yeah. Mhm.
yeah, you can't this thing one this thing. But Rohit as a player has not contributed. It is the team around him has contributed and lifted that there. So
Yeah, as I say, you're as good as your team. Like a skipper is as good as the team. So yeah, but yeah, hopefully things brighten for MI and Rohit in particular, and hopefully they bounce back. I mean, they're on the same 4 points as RR as well. Do you think they have a chance to qualify from here on? Yes, no.
they played one game less than CSK, so there's still an opportunity, there
Okay.
because if you're seven and if you get three matches for seven, then the next seven, if you can get four or even five, then there's a good chance to qualify because you'll have one. The number 14 will be qualifying at 14 points with a
Yeah.
good net run rate.
Sure.
Yeah, they have. I mean, if you look at them, they battle what Deepak Chahar. I mean, down. They should be making good runs. And now with,
Mhm.
you have bowlers like Jasprit Bumrah, Trent Bolt, Deepak Chahar himself. Mitchell Stark, Why not? So there's every
Bumrah can bat too. Remember those
Bumrah
sixes
can
they
bat
hit
too.
against
Yeah,
Stuart
yeah,
Broad.
yeah, yeah. So
He is the
um,
highest run getter in an over,
yeah, so
24
you
runs.
know,
We've
it's just
seen
a
that.
matter of
Like,
them clicking, all of them clicking, right? So yeah, why not?
eh, just a quick thing. The two games they lost was by 12 runs, 12 runs, and they won by 12 runs.
Yeah,
So,
it all comes back.
it's not,
They need
Goes run
to
comes
they're
win the
back.
not,
next one with
yeah,
12 runs as well.
they're not that pathetic as the CSK team.
But
So
yeah,
these guys are still there.
they still have a hope. So hopefully they continue
Yeah.
to play good cricket and see where they end up. And obviously on the flip side, there's only one loss for DC. Hopefully, they refocus, talk to each other, figure out who is the best batsman within the bottom three, and have him take the strike going forward so that they don't make the same mistakes again. But yeah, as always, thank you, gents. Appreciate your time. It's quite late for you guys over there, so thanks for the insights. We are subscribers, whoever's following us, do share your feedback. We always appreciate any insights as we sort of continue to cover and more games. Amar, over to you.
Yeah, hit the bell icon.
Yes. On that note, thank you and good night.
Good night.